Seed of Glory, Saturday, 6th September 2025. Theme: Decisions Determine Destinies, Part 52. Memory Verse, Psalm 50, verse 5. Gather to me these consecrated people who made a covenant with me by sacrifice. Good morning, brethren. You are welcome to another day of possibilities. There is nothing God cannot do. The Bible says with God, nothing is impossible. St. Luke chapter 1 verse 37. But with God, nothing is ever impossible. And no word from God shall be without power or impossible of fulfillment. There are levels of breakthroughs you cannot attain without thanksgiving and power. You can call it sacrifice. Psalm 50, verse 14 to 15. Offer to God the sacrifice of thanksgiving and pay your vows to the Most High. And call on me in the day of trouble. I will deliver you, and you shall honor and glorify me. Whenever things seem difficult or contrary, and you have tried several things, including prayers, without success, all you need to do is to give God a sacrifice. The unbelievers have a better understanding of this secret of victory, and they don't joke with it. An example is what the king of Moab did when he could not overcome Israel. 2 Kings chapter 3, verse 26 to 27. When the king of Moab saw that the battle had gone against him, he took with him 700 swordsmen to break through to the king of Edom, but they failed. Then he took his firstborn son, who was to succeed him as king, and offered him as a sacrifice on the city wall. The fury against Israel was great. They withdrew and returned to their own land. The man used his firstborn for sacrifice against the rampaging Israel. David said, I will not offer to God the sacrifice that cost me nothing. 2 Samuel chapter 24, verse 24. But the king replied to Araunah, No, I insist on paying you for it. I will not sacrifice to the Lord my God burnt offerings that cost me nothing. So David bought the threshing floor and the oxen and paid 50 shekels of silver for them. Many Christians don't know what they call sacrificial offering. I remember the testimony of a sister who gave birth to a child with a defective heart. Right in the hospital, after it had been confirmed by the specialist, she sent her husband to go home and to take the box that contains all her jewelry and place it on the altar of the church. The following day, he went back to the specialist. She said, the baby I brought yesterday was not my baby. Now, this is my baby. Examine him now if the condition we mentioned is there. The doctor will not believe himself when he find out that the heart of the baby was perfectly well. Some Christians are always losing business contracts to unbelievers because while they are busy sleeping or watching videos in the night, the unbelievers are busy servicing their own altar with sacrifice. Even the so-called Yahoo boys do nothing other than to offer demonic sacrifice to the demons. I don't know what you are passing through now. The solution may be in giving to God what is most precious to you, or making an extraordinary vows. Don't be like a woman who came to our church some times ago. She said God told her to come and do thanksgiving in the church as well as give offering. They allowed her to dance forward and thank God with her. But when we opened the envelope she brought, it contained 200 naira. Up to last year when I saw her, the problem she had that made God speak directly to her to come for thanksgiving and offer sacrificial offering is still there. The best way to involve God in any situation is through the payment of vows and sacrifice. The psalmist also offer counsels on this in Psalm 20, verse 1 to 4. May the Lord answer you in the day of trouble. May the name of the God of Jacob set you up on high and defend you. Send you help from sanctuary and support, refresh and strengthen you from Zion. Remember all your offerings and accept your burnt sacrifice. Pause and think of that. May He grant you according to your heart's desire and fulfill all your plans. If this is against your own theology, I have no apology for that. Till tomorrow, remember that Christ in you is the hope of glory. Adedara Ezekiel Sumonu, Glorious Gospel Center, Adion.